Hey Larry, I just bought some fish, some salmon, some sockeye salmon over at Whole Foods. I guess I gotta have that with a Chardonnay or white wine, right? White wine with fish. Well, we like red wine. Can we have red wine with fish? Of course you can. Another wives' tale. We've got to dispel this wives' tale. It's the number one wine, or the number one I hear all day long about white wine with fish and red wine with meat. Forget about it. Hi, I'm Larry Baker. I am a certified level 2 sommelier and the senior wine and spirit specialist here at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in our North Miami Beach, Florida location. That is, out of all the wives' tales, forget about sulfites and headaches and all that stuff, the number one misconception out there about wine from the consumer is, there's a lot of them, but this is one I hear a lot of time, is that I have to have white wine goes with chicken and white meats and fish, and red wine goes with meats, and that's the way it goes. So if I'm eating red meat, I gotta have red wine, and if I'm eating something that's white, chicken, fish, whatever, I have to have a white wine, and that is so incorrect. It's all, I mean, it wouldn't be bad to do that, but as a rule from a sommelier, first of all, I could say drink whatever you want, it doesn't matter, and some people do that, I mean, in France they drink whatever they want, whatever wine with anything, but the rule is it's not about the protein source, fish or meat, it's about the preparation of that. And I find also that it's nature's way, that I don't know how this happens, like Argentinian grass-fed beef seems to go with Malbec that comes from Argentina. Isn't that weird? That the food that an area is known for, or a preparation of a food that an area is known for, seems to go well with the wines of that area, white or red. But let's get back to it, and I'll give you the perfect example. Wild salmon. When I think about wild salmon, sockeye salmon, king salmon, coho salmon, I think about Oregon. I think they have those beautiful Copper River salmon. Wild salmon is plentiful year round. They do Alderwood smoked salmon. But when you take some salmon, even by itself, I think it's a better, oily fish goes better, in my opinion, with red wine. I think it goes great with Pinot Noir, and those are world-class Pinot Noir from Oregon. That fish that it's famous for goes with the wines that they're famous for, Oregon Pinot Noirs. But if you had a white fish, a white fish like halibut or Chilean sea bass, Patagonian tiger tooth or whatever the actual generic name is, it's a flaky, buttery fish. You automatically think you need to have a Chardonnay, a buttery Chardonnay, or maybe a Sauvignon Blanc, or or something Pinot Grigio, whatever. But if that is prepared, let's say a white fish like halibut, steamed in a miso broth, which is earthy, and has some shiitake Chinese mushroom, a whole Asian preparation, I would want that with a red wine to match up with the earthiness of the mushrooms. But anyway, oily salmon, we'll start off with that one. In any way, preparing salmon, even if it's poached, I prefer red wine with that, especially from Oregon Pinot Noir. Here's a great one, just new to us. Finally at ABC, we got the single vineyard, one of the single vineyards that lovely. I think they just celebrated, if I get this wrong, 18 years of togetherness as in relationship, and also I don't know how many years as winemakers together. They are husband and wife, Athena Pappas and Stuart Bodecker. Forgive me for not remembering the years, okay? I got a lot on my mind here. This is Bodecker Cellars in Oregon. Every year they pick out of their 3 or 4 best single vineyards, and they produce a single vineyard bottling. This is the 2014 Cherry Grove Vineyard, one of my favorite in Willamette Valley. 100% Oregon Pinot Noir. It's just perfect with salmon, with the oily fish, but I can see that with that cedar plank, the smokiness of that salmon and the fattiness of the salmon, and maybe some panko crumbs or a crust of chorizo and meat, that would be so much better with this Oregon Pinot Noir than any white wine I could think of, in my opinion. It's about the preparation. If we have lemon, caper, butter sauce, maybe then we go to the white wine, but I still think salmon in general, most preparations will go with an Oregon Pinot Noir like that. Single vineyard. Got to go to my friends in Washington State. With a lot of fish that's just on the grill or barbecue, anything, maybe you have barbecued, you're doing a whole yellowtail snapper. I like this wine from Bergevin Lane, Annette Bergevin, Amber Lane, started a wonderful winery. They're just fun. Dave Harvey still made this vintage. I believe they're changing winemakers to a man named Sean Smith, who was Dave Harvey's assistant. This is their Calico Red, a true red blend. Every year they change the percentage. It's got a bunch of Cabernet, Merlot, Petit Verdot, sometimes Carmenere, Syrah. It's just a fun, fruit-forward, fun red that I think pairs great with any preparation of fish, especially a whole fish on the grill. I like this better than a white wine preparation. This goes with a lot of chicken dishes too, white meat stuff that can go great with a red blend like this. Try the Calico Red. It's like $15.99. It's a wonderful, every year it changes based on the year, the way the winemaker decides to put what grapes and what percentages. This is a good one, fun. I like the 2013 and the 14. We have both in stock, both really different and a fun wine. Yes, red wine with fish. If you're down in Sicily and you're having like a fish with some, maybe a little marinara sauce type of preparation, or all the shellfish that they catch, you could have maybe a marinara sauce with a scungile or something like that, the scungile, which is the conch meat, or something in a tomato sauce bait. Down in Sicily, it's an island, right? There's lots of fish that you catch on an island. They drink white wines too, but they're also known for red wines. One of the most famous red wines that I love to have with fish dishes in any kind of tomato sauce preparation, or even the shellfish down there in that area, or it's shellfish mixed in a pasta dish, even spaghetti and red clam sauce or white clam sauce even. I like with this. This is Carusa and Menini. The grape is called Nero d'Avola. Nero d'Avola from Sicily, where that preparation would be done down there. Sicily is known for their Nero d'Avola. They're also known for a couple other grapes, but to me, this wine specifically, Nero d'Avola from Carusa and Menini, it's a restaurant quality wine. It's about $20 for the wine. Perfect with fish. You can have red wine with fish. A Sicilian red wine, perfect. The tannins aren't too strong. It's got lots of fruit. Really works well with that kind of a dish. You've heard shrimp on the barbie, right? That's an Australian phrase, right? Slang, shrimp on the barbie. Well, that's Australia. Do you have to have white wine from Australia? Yeah, you could have Chardonnay, but that smokiness of the shrimp, maybe a barbecue sauce put on any kind of fish. I like Shiraz from Australia. This one is from Oliver Hill Winery. I just love this 2014. By the way, this area is from McLaren Vale. That's a maritime climate, so there's water around there. So there's a lot of fish available and seafood available and shellfish available. And I like Shiraz with this, especially a barbecued shrimp with this. Automatic home run. You're thinking white wine, I'm thinking red wine. Red Silk is what it's called. It's 100% Shiraz from McLaren Vale. It literally has a 45-second finish. It scores high every year. 2014, absolutely silky like it says on the bottle. Lots of fruit, perfect with barbecue or shrimp on the barbie or any kind of seafood on the grill. Last but not least, we covered 4 different wines. Yes, we did. We got Nero d'Avola. So to review, I'm saying that, remember, the most important point to get out of it, it's not about the protein source, it's about the preparation. So if you add a little earthiness to this, if you add a little eggplant to a dish and it has seafood in it, or even a vegetarian dish, yes, most people think vegetables, I gotta have a white wine with it. No, if there's eggplant, that's earthy, or peppers, you might wanna have a red wine with it. It's about the preparation. You take a white fish like Chilean sea bass and you put shiitake mushrooms and miso broth. I think it pairs better with that earthiness of a red wine, okay? And I mentioned the Oregon Pinot Noir with salmon from Bodecker Cellars. That's just one of the choice, but any Oregon Pinot Noir would go great with salmon in any preparation or any of the oily fishes out there. It cuts through, the fruit cuts through it. I recommended the lovely Calico Red blend of many different grapes, 5 or 6 different grapes every year, as a fun way to have a whole fish on the grill, a yellowtail snapper, or any whole fish on the grill. I like it. I even like that wine with like a fish fry. I think it goes really well. The fruit is really out there, or anything with barbecue sauce on it is good. I talked about the Sicilian wine, Nero d'Avola from Carusa de Menini. It's an island. Sicily's an island, right? The island of Sicily. So of course, where there's an island, there's water and there's a lot of fish. And I think Nero d'Avola is a perfect combination. Also works well for surf and turf, by the way. And then I talked about was that the final wine? No. Oh yeah, the McLaren Vale, the lovely Red Silk, the Shiraz with shrimp on the barbie. They just don't drink white wine with shrimp on the barbie. I think it would pair better with that beautiful, lovely Shiraz from us. So, for further information about these wines, go to our website, www.abcfws.com, or reach out to me by following this blog, and you will get my personal information to contact me with any questions you have. Remember, wine is not for snobs. It's for everyday people like you and me. And white wine is not just for fish. You can have red wine with fish too. It depends on the preparation, not the source of the protein. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.